Hi boys and girls, I'm author Carrie Turley and I'm excited to be here with you during Love of Reading Week because guess what? I love to read and I love books. Books help us with our imagination and they help us learn what kind of person we want to be. So today I'm going to share with you a story called Skimmer and Birdy, Let's Help Nell, and it's a story about friendship and about helping others. And sometimes that's not easy. We don't know what to do to help. So let's see what Skimmer and Birdy do to help their friend Nell. Skimmer and Birdy ran through the grass, feeling it tickle their toes. They picked purple flowers and twirled around, letting the sun warm their nose. They jumped in the air and spread their arms wide, grinning from ear to ear. They sang tra-la-la as they danced through the field and gave each other a cheer. They saw their friend Nell walking tall through the field, her head reaching up to the sky. Her long, skinny neck swayed this way and that as she held her head up so high. Her cheeks and her nose were scrunched up on her face, making her look very silly. Her eyes were shut tight. She was biting her lip, and her feet stepped along willy-nilly. Skimmer and Birdy giggled and laughed when Nell hit her head on the tree. They thought she was teasing and goofing around until she fell down on her knees. They watched as she scrambled to get on her feet. She puffed out her chest looking proud, but they saw the tear as it rolled down her cheek and her smile that was hiding her frown. She tripped on a bush as she wandered away and almost walked into the pond, leaving Skimmer and Birdy scratching their heads and wondering what was wrong. They turned on their thinkers and thought long and hard. They puzzled and wondered all day. When the moon and the stars floated over their head, they still had nothing to say. They tossed and they turned as they slept through the night, dreaming of what they could do. When morning came, they both woke with a smile. They had a plan. They knew. They jumped up and down. They wiggled and shouted. They gave each other high fives. Then it was time to put their plan into action. They ran off to gather supplies. Skimmer grabbed bunches of leaves with her trunk. She spread them out flat on the ground. Birdy picked clusters of beautiful flowers, collecting each color she found. They crafted, created, and stitched them together, making a wide-brimmed hat, complete with 2 holes for Nell's pointy ears and some long stringy grass for a strap. Just as they finished, they heard a commotion and saw Nell stumbling along. They scooped up the hat and ducked out of sight, whistling Bluebird's song. Bluebird came at once. He landed before them, dropping the worm from his beak. They whispered their plan to their tiny blue friend and asked him to help them sneak. He tweeted and twittered and flapped his wings, excited to help his friends. He scooped up the hat and flew into the sky, hovering over Nell's head. Skimmer and Birdy gave him a wink, waving their trunks in the air. That was his signal to let go of the hat and fly really quick out of there. The hat fluttered down, landing square on Nell's head. She stopped in her tracks looking stunned. The colorful brim shaded her face, blocking the light from the sun. She opened her eyes and untwisted her face, her mouth spreading into a smile. Without the bright sun blinding her vision, she could now see for miles. She looked into the pond and found her reflection staring back with a beautiful hat. She twisted around looking for clues, turning first this way, then that. But Skimmer and Birdy were clever and sharp. They made sure they couldn't be seen. And Bluebird sat snug in his nest in the tree, hidden behind leaves of green. Nell shrugged her shoulders and trotted away, the smile never leaving her face. She didn't bump into any more trees, or fall, or get stuck in one place. Skimmer and Birdy gave Bluebird a wave and danced down the hill to play. They picked purple flowers and twirled around, happy they'd saved the day. Nell didn't know who made her the hat. She asked all her friends if they knew. They shrugged their shoulders and looked confused, never expecting the two. Bluebird didn't tell their secret was safe. He flew away whistling a tune. Skimmer and Birdy grinned when she asked, but never revealed the truth. So Skimmer and Birdy found a fun way to help their friend, and they didn't care if anyone saw. That's called a secret act of kindness, and it's important to be kind even if no one's watching. So I hope each of you go find someone to be kind to today and read a book, because we love reading. Bye.